Yeah, Janine, it's been described as a crisis. You know, before kids can learn geometry or about the age of the dinosaurs or the life cycle of trees and how they contribute to air quality, they have to have a good educational foundation. Experts saying early childhood education is a part of that, and they say there's an economic, educational, and social benefit to making it more accessible and affordable.
That was chaos.
When her 3 kids were really young, Tamasia Cornicher says getting everyone to daycare wasn't easy, but
it really alleviated a lot of stress that I already had on me with having 3 children and trying to figure out how to get to 3 different places at one time. If I didn't have childcare, I'll probably be in a whole lot of different places. And most importantly, it helped me to stabilize mentally, because I knew when I took my kids into that Head Start, I knew that they were cared for. I knew that they were safe. I knew that they were getting the lessons that they needed.
Cornicher is now lending her voice to a campaign to help other families.
The need is severe.
A recent state report found childcare is unaffordable for 85% of Virginia families with kids under 5. On top of that, the Education Department estimates 35,000 children could lose childcare next summer after federal COVID grants run out.
Without childcare, parents can't go to work and support their families.
A coalition of lawmakers, business executives, providers, and parents are calling on the state to prevent the child care cliff via the state budget. It's dubbed the Gotta Have Childcare campaign.
There is a long-term policy solution here. It's going to have to take everybody coming to the table and working hard. And we've done that. We've worked hard on issues before, and we'll keep doing it.
It would take an estimated $300 million per year to maintain the current child care landscape in Virginia, which most agree doesn't cover enough families already.
This is a societal issue, both in terms of education, but also in terms of economic mobility and the overall economy of the state of Virginia.
Jennifer Parrish runs a Hampton child care center, where this summer their wait list was 400 families. In order to meet the need, they have to hire and retain more teachers, which she says comes down to compensation.
Our teachers are working with children during the most important times of their lives. 90% of our brains are developed by age 5, and we need to be able to compensate them in the way that they should be.
People don't know that there's a crisis, believe it or not, and if they don't know, they won't take action.
Cornicher calls her family's old daycare part of the family because of what they meant to her kids' growth. It's why she says Virginia must find a way to support families and the workers who make quality child care possible.
Funding is staying here, but cost of living is increasing. So we got to make sure that we equal up to where we're at, so that way our families feel protected, they feel safe, and most importantly, they feel supported.
Cornicher is asking anyone that's passionate about this issue to contact their local lawmakers. We have more information about the campaign on WTVR.com. Reporting in Richmond, Jake Burns, CBS 6.